On Saturday, October 4th, 2025, a small group of Miata enthusiasts from Club Miata Northwest came together for the fabulous Fall Foliage Frolic, a scenic drive to enjoy Washington State's vibrant fall colors. So, yeah, what a quintessential Northwest fall day. The adventure kicked off with a driver's meeting early Saturday morning in Monroe, where 5 Miatas gathered. The roads were slick from recent rains, blanketed by gray gloomy clouds and with a faint drizzle teasing the air. Tops up, we hit the back roads ready to carve through the misty morning and embrace the journey. It quickly became clear we were about 2 weeks early for peak fall colors. No worries, consider it a pre-drive for next year. Soon enough, we eased into a smooth cruise along eastbound Highway 2, winding through the charming towns of Sultan, Gold Bar and Bering, tracing the Skykomish River valley deeper into the mountains. Just beyond Skykomish we veered off Highway 2 to tackle the nearly forgotten old Cascade Highway. This stretch is part of the original road built between 1914 and 1925, and is one of the 3 remaining segments of the old Cascade Scenic Highway Heritage Corridor. The western segment runs through the town of Skykomish, while the eastern segment is part of a hiking trail network and now closed to motorized vehicles. However, this middle section remains open, a serene, secluded and rarely traveled ribbon of asphalt perfect for a quiet drive. The route traces the Tai River, winding past the stunning falls where Deception Creek meets. Having hiked this area before, I was amazed to discover a paved road running behind the falls. This was the first time cruising the old Cascade Highway for all of us, and I absolutely loved it. The turns are surprisingly sharp, with trees crowding right up to the pavement's edge. It's hard to fathom traversing the entire Cascade Range on such a narrow ribbon of road. The old Cascade Highway rejoined modern Highway 2 just before it started the main ascent over Stevens Pass. From here we were back to cruising the highway over the Cascades, but this is arguably the best part through the mountains. Not long past the pass the road narrows to a 2-lane highway. We could see some bursts of fall color the further east we went. And by the mile the weather kept improving with blue skies emerging from the clouds. "30 minutes from Leavenworth we veered off the highway to explore the back roads leading into town. We drove past a couple of fire camps where firefighters were assembled to battle nearby wildfires. Beyond the camps, we hit the first of several thrilling hill climbs, a twisty, exhilarating road that climbed to the mouth of the valley, guiding us straight into town. Upon reaching Leavenworth, we bypassed the town skirting its edges to rejoin Highway 2 eastbound, heading into the sun-drenched Wenatchee Valley. With the Miata tops down and the sun beaming, it was a refreshing shift from the dreary morning. Before long we left the highway again, veering onto side roads that meandered through orchards and hillsides along the valley. These roads weren't built for speed but instead offered delightful curves and stunning views over the sprawling farms and orchards. I mentioned the fire camp earlier because two massive wildfires have been burning to the north and south of the Wenatchee Valley. These fires, mostly raging in the hills, are large and challenging to contain, with some residents under evacuation orders. We closely monitored fire status updates and, with this in mind, decided to continue our drive. Still, we took care to avoid areas with active firefighting crews to ensure we didn't interfere with their efforts. This was one such canyon that wandered up and out of the valley, offering a fantastic drive through a landscape brimming with apple and pear orchards stretching across the valley fully. The road clung to the edge, weaving gracefully with the terrain's rises and dips. A few cyclists soaked up the sunshine and scenery, while work crews busily harvested fruit as we cruised by. As we neared the end of the valley, we spotted a few fire crew trucks parked off to the side. Just before our turnaround point we encountered a bizarre and unexpected sight, a wildly eclectic array of treasures scattered along the road and nearby lot. An old-timer, perched in a chair amidst the items, gave us a friendly wave as we drove past. It left us wondering, were these his cherished treasures, or was he himself part of this curious collection? After a morning full of driving, we stopped for lunch at Milepost Brewing in Kashmir. Delicious. Lunch done. Time for more driving. By early afternoon, we left Wenatchee and the Columbia River behind, driving into orchard-covered hills. Winding roads threaded through countless fruit trees, giving way to sparse pine forests along the ridge's upper slopes. The sharp, smoky scent of nearby wildfires drifted over the crest, the haze dimming the sky and casting a false twilight. This has become one of my favorite roads in the area. I love the tight curves that alternate between the orchards and forests. The changing elevation and how the roads undulates over the topography. Then there are the views. When the road does pop out of the tree line, we're up high enough that we're treated to some wonderful views over the whole valley before the road sweeps away in a different direction again. Leaving the orchard slopes behind, we dipped into another canyon and followed a new road up through the forest. As it climbed steadily up the mountainside, the wildfire smoke grew thicker and more pungent with each turn. But good fortune favored us as there were hardly any cars on the mountain at this time. For all practical purposes, the road was ours alone, a private ribbon of Alpine switchbacks winding through a hazy paradise. On the way back down, we pulled over briefly for a photo op. A short trail led to a rocky outcropping where we could look back at our cars or peek through a break in the trees to the distant valley. The stop didn't last long and we quickly took off again, enjoying the twists and turns retracing our route up the mountain. After crossing the river, we embarked on a loop over Badger Mountain, a flat domed peak atop the plateau east of Wenatchee. The road isn't overly twisty, but it features a delightful relaxed flow that's perfect for unwinding, especially following the orchard loop. It kicks off with a striking hill climb up golden slopes covered in wheat fields that trace the contours of land just flat enough for farming machines. The loop starts with a relentless ascent that went on and on for 7 miles. Glancing back over our shoulders unveiled a stunning panorama of the Columbia River nestled in the valley below. The distant hills were shrouded in an unsightly smoky haze from the fierce wildfires raging north and south of town. Yet all this faded from sight as we summit the plateau, where rolling farmland and scrublands stretch toward the eastern horizon. Ascending the gentle, gradual south slopes of Badger Mountain, the road traces arid gulches where scattered pine trees and sagebrush seek shelter from the summer heat and winds. But upon cresting the pass, it descends through dense pine forests on the north slopes, where the trees thrive in the mountain's shadow in their own microclimate. Dropping down the mountain, the view north suddenly pops out of the trees and opens onto the expansive fields clustered around the small community of Waterbull off in the distance. Our route cut across the undulating landscape, skirting the town to reconnect with Highway 2. Back on the highway heading west, Pine Canyon suddenly materializes, carving sharply into the plateau. Highway 2 traces a broad sweeping curve that pulls us down into the canyon, launching a 2,000-foot descent over the next 6 miles to the Columbia River's banks far below. Sun-kissed rock walls accompany us for much of the journey before we emerge alongside the serene waters of the mighty river. At the river's edge, we veer south for a leisurely stretch of highway winding back toward Wenatchee. Late afternoon light filters through the smoky haze, casting a golden glow over the landscape. Once back in town, we swing west into the Wenatchee Valley, weaving once more through the lush apple orchards as we begin our journey home. We bid farewell to the Wenatchee Valley, its orchards and canyons, retracing our morning route westward over the mountains once more. Though fall colors were scarce this early in the season, it was a perfect day for an unforgettable drive under the radiant autumn sun of eastern Washington. Until next time.